class. Today we are going to discuss the use of statistical tests for the ordinal scale of data. So for this case, we are using the data of one of my statistics students, and she is interested with the student perception toward SLSU instruction. So here she used the Likert scale data, which ranges from 1 to 5, which 1 means strongly disagree, 2 disagree, 3 neutral, 4 agree, 5 strongly agree. So in here, you need to remember that in order for you to analyze this one, you need to create a sheet which only have the first column, I mean the first row as the column heading. So you need to create another sheet and you name the sheet data analysis. Now in here, you need to delete the row that is not useful. So this one is not useful. So here we can see that we have a data that is ready for analysis. This one, he merges the respondent name. And she just coded it with student number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, up to number 27. So this one, we do not need this one, but you can just put student number or respondent number, res number. So here, 1, 2, here. So make sure that your data will look like this. And for my statistics class, we already know that the Likert scale data is in ordinal type of data, so you need to measure the median. And for your statistical analysis, you need to input the exact question here. You just copy and paste here. So you also need to code the gender, or maybe you do not need to code that one. Let's just see if we will use the jamovi application. So in here, you can just, you need to get first the median response of each respondent. So all you need to do is to code it using the Excel, and then you highlight the question. And then here, this one. Okay. So I guess everything is in merge. So we need to do another sheet so that this one is not merged, because you can see that there are a lot of column here, but it should be pasted only in one column so that we can run the analysis, because each analysis is taken by column. So if you merge a column, when we use the jamovi application, it won't work. So here we have to delete this column because this column is empty. Okay. Then afterwards, after getting the data, you need to, so that you will able to see the folder, you need to create a new folder. So I am creating a folder. For example, we have your Likert scale data. So this is for Likert scale data, and I'm gonna name this one Likert scale data. So afterwards, you need to make sure that your Excel is opening with this sheet, because if your last view is in this sheet, once you open the statistical software, it will it will navigate you to the sheet. But this sheet is not uh, what do you call this one? This is not suitable for the statistical software. Your data for data analysis should look like this. The column heading should be in the first row. So once your data looks like this already, you can now run this one in a jamovi application. You just need to, this one are my statistical software. I have here the SPSS, this data, the jamovi, and then the R. So since you are a beginner, it's easy for you to start doing the jamovi application. This is a statistical software that is available in our university. You can ask this from the IT, the SAS office, because it is also available uh, in our public files. So in order to import the data, you need to click these horizontal lines. Once you click this one, you can see the new, the open, the import, the save, and save as an export. Since you are importing a data, we are going to click the word import. After importing, um, you need to click the browse. When you click the browse, you need to find out the folder that you used for this data analysis. So we are using the Likert scale data. And here we need to delete this part. So we have the first column as the respondent number, the age, the gender, the Q1, Q2, Q3. Now, to be safe, you need to save this one in the folder. Okay, so I will name this one with the group number or the name of the researcher. In my case, I am Nunez, and then I will say Likert scale data analysis. So here you put your name and then the title of your research, and then you save as. After saving, you can now do the statistical analysis. The first analysis that I asked you is all about descriptive statistics, which means that you need to get the distribution, or we still need first to get uh, the frequency distribution. But here we need, this is for the second part, which is the perception of the students. So you need to put it here, variables, and then um, since we are dealing with ordinal type of data for Likert scale, all we need to have is only the median. Okay? We are only dealing with median. So we can see here that the median is equal to 4, and 4 means agree. So the students agree with the questions that stated in the questionnaire. After getting the median, we need to assess if there is a significant difference between the perception of the male and female, and also with the age. Okay, so here we need to do the t-test. We need to do the ANOVA. Since we are dealing with ordinal data, you need to do the non-parametric. So for the gender, we need to use the Kroskal-Wallis. Supposed to be this is Man-Whitney, but it is not available in jamovi. But we can do the Kroskal-Wallis, because Kroskal-Wallis will test us with 2 or more groups. So the grouping is the gender, and you need to put all this one in the dependent variable. So it will test us here. So one-way ANOVA Kruskal-Wallis. So we can see here that the Kruskal-Wallis test has given us the chi-square value, chi-square test value. Because Kruskal-Wallis is a chi-square test, it is a test of association, and we have a DF of 1. The DF is computed by the number of the number of groups minus 1. So since we have two groups of the gender, we have the female and the male minus 1. So that's why the DF here is 1. Now this one is the p-value. The p-value is given here. Now we will reject the null hypothesis if the p-value is less than 0.05. But in here, it is not less than 0.05. Therefore, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. So what is the implication if we fail to reject the null hypothesis? It only means that it only means that regardless of the gender, whether he or she or whoever is the respondent, a boy or a girl, they have the same perception towards to the instruction here in SLSU, because this data is all about instruction here in SLSU. So that's how you will discuss using this one. Also here, after that, after testing, you need to do another test. In this time, you need to assess the age, because we are done with so we need to do it with the age. Oh, not the respondent number, but with the age, grouping of age. Let us see. Let's see first the age. Why is it not working? Let me see first the age. Okay, so after running the data analysis, you need to create two files of Word file. You have the results and discussion and the statistical output. For the results and discussion, this is part of your report. And also the statistical output, you need to paste it in the appendices along with the questionnaires and the raw data. So if we look at your data once again, we are talking about the Likert scale data, right? So all of this file, you need to submit it in the Google Classroom, which I will provide in on December 11th. So again, this jamovi application is available at our SAS office, or you can get it from our public files. So here, we do again the descriptive statistics, which we coded which we analyzed this one. Oh, we already have here the median, the one-way ANOVA, and this one is for the gender, and this one is for the age. You see, we have grouping variable, the age, and then we have the this one is for the gender. Look at that. So after running this one, you need to copy the results. You just do the right click, copy, and then you need to paste that in the statistical output. This statistical output is if you will be doing your manuscript, and if a statistician will try to look at your manuscript and while will try to check your manuscript, the statistician will go to the appendices to check if whether you have really run your data from a statistical software. So you will put jamovi output. Jamovi output. So afterwards, you also copy the rest of the results of your analysis. This one-way ANOVA or the Kruskal-Wallis Um, Again, this is a non-parametric test. You will use that if your data is ordinal data. And Likert scale data is an example of ordinal data. So this is very simple. Now, okay. After you will have it in the statistical output, you need also to do the results and discussion, right? So for your results and discussion, it is subdivided into four. Uh, your results and discussion is presented based on your objective of the study. So since this is your results and discussion, you need to put name results and discussions. Then you have three objectives, right? And um for my stat and probability students, they have first the identification of variables, but usually of you, along with my um, environmental students, you are going to base your results and discussion based on your objectives of your study. And usually the first objective of your study is the demographic profile. I have discussed this one to you, which one you need to include the demographic characteristics, which include the gender, the age, and the civil status for your study, because you have collected those data also. And for the second objectives is you need to uh, create this one, the questions about. In this study, we are talking about the effectivity of the instructional material in SLSU. So you need to create a table. You just need to insert the table, and then you will have to create a column and then rows also. So you need to make your table beautiful. It's up to you on how to design it. This is just for the presentation for you to know how to do your results and discussions. Okay, so you will have here the variable. For the variable, you need to paste here the questions, like what is question number one. So you do not put the Q1 and Q2 until you will put here the median, 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 and then you put the legend. The legend is corresponding to your responses of the respondents. So for example, one means strongly disagree. Next, two, it means disagree, and so on. You need to put that one. This is just for the teaching, so you need to proceed putting that one, everything there. And also here, we need to put the, we first have the, no, yes, for this is for the median, legend for the median. And then you need to put the frequency of those, how many have said strongly disagree. For question number one, how many have said that they disagree? How many have said that they are just neutral? And how many have said that they are agree? And how many have said that they strongly agree? Then afterwards, you need to identify the median. Now, for the median, for example, you have identified here, we have identified that the median are all 4. So you put 4 here, 4, 4, 4. And then what is the corresponding of 4? If we continue this one, we have 3 means neutral and 4 means agree. So therefore, the qualitative description here is agree. So here, you need to finish everything here. You need to that one. So this is how you will present the second objectives. In here is the effectivity of the teaching materials in SLSU. So you need also to discuss this one. I will be giving you an example later. And here for the last is to test the significant difference. Test the significant difference of demographic. So how do you do the table? This is very simple to do the table. You just need to insert and make sure that actually you can just copy this one. You can just copy this table and paste it in the results and discussion, but you need to add another column for this one. So you put it here, auto fit window, and then you need to um, put the significance. Of course, you need to make your table beautiful by putting a border. It's up to you to make your table pretty enough. So like that, you can have the border from the top and in the bottom and top. And you need to put here the legend. The legend here is that if the p-value is less than 0.05, that is significant. If the p-value is less than 0.01, that is highly significant. Otherwise, not. If you look at this one is the p-value. If you look at here, there is no p-value that is less than 0.05. Therefore, gender do not vary from each other. So we have here not, not. And you need to name the table. This one is just the title of the discussion, but you need to name the table. This one is table 2, I guess, depending on your manuscript. You need to count the table. So if your manuscript shows that this table is table number 3, so you need to put table number 3. Table 3. Okay. So I will be showing you an example of results on discussion. So this is how you will do it with the results and discussion. You have this heading. This is from my client, and you need to have this characteristic, the age. But what they did is they differ it by table. Each characteristic is by table, but you can just use this one in one table. Also here, I will let you see. This is how you will do your like this. Your table in here should look like this one. But the difference here is you are not going to compute the consistency. So you are just need to count how many said strongly disagree in Q1 and how many say strongly disagree in Q2, question number 1 and 2, and you get the median. So here the median, and we have the qualitative description, and this is their legend because of the responses. Now here in the test of significant difference, you just need to do like this. Okay, but I will not be requiring you to create the mean rank because we are using a jamovi, and jamovi does not compute the mean rank, only the p-value. The p-value is here. This one is the p-value. So this is your indicator in rejecting or failing to reject the null hypothesis. And this is this one if the p-value is less than 0.05, therefore there is a significant difference between the gender. So we are talking here about gender. Here is we are talking about the two schools if they do differ from each other, but in your study, we are just talking about the significant difference of the gender. So depends on how many demographic characteristics you have mentioned in your first objectives. So if you have three characteristics like the gender, the age, and then the civil status, therefore you have three tables like this one. Okay, and how do you discuss that one? You need to discuss it like this one. So significant difference, a table 16 like that. and then you discuss the p-value, which is significant, and the mean rank. So since your study, I am not requiring you to use the mean rank, but you just focus with the p-value. Okay, and then this is how you will do it. You can just read this one and then relate it to your discussion. So I think that's all, and I will meet you next meeting, and we will have a discussion with your output. Thank you, and good morning once again.